began like any ordinary Friday morning in central Tennessee. The sky was pale and still, the sun just beginning to warm the mist-covered fields. The kind of quiet that small towns treasure before the day begins. Workers at the nearby explosives plant clocked in for another routine shift, checking machines, logging materials, performing the same safety inspections they'd done hundreds of times before. Then at 7:43 a.m., everything changed. Without warning, the ground heaved. A thunderous roar erupted from deep within the plant, echoing across the valley like a sonic boom. The sound could be heard for miles. Windows shattered in nearby homes. Car alarms blared, and animals scattered in every direction. In seconds, the heart of the plant, a high-security facility that produced both military and industrial-grade explosives, was completely obliterated. Witnesses described it as if the earth itself had exploded. A mushroom of smoke and flame rose high above the tree line, followed by a rain of debris that fell for nearly half a mile. Pieces of twisted metal landed in front yards. Fragments of roofing embedded themselves in fields, and a haze of chemical dust hung over the town for hours. When first responders arrived, what they saw looked less like a factory and more like a war zone. The building at the center of the blast was gone. Not damaged, erased. Steel beams had melted into black puddles. Vehicles parked nearby were scorched down to their frames. The air was thick with the acrid smell of burning chemicals, fuel, and something else, something metallic and strange. Amid the wreckage, fire crews and paramedics began searching for survivors, but there were none. Then came the most horrifying discovery of all. 18 employees, technicians, engineers, supervisors, were missing. Their vehicles were still in the lot, their workstations logged in. It was as if they had simply vanished into thin air. Authorities quickly sealed off the area. The FBI, ATF, and local emergency management teams arrived within hours, because this wasn't just an ordinary plant. It was a federal defense contractor supplying explosive compounds used in mining, construction, and military operations. Everything about the site was classified. Official statements called it a catastrophic industrial accident. But even those words couldn't explain the magnitude of what had happened. The explosion was so powerful that it registered on geological monitoring systems as a minor earthquake. Residents miles away reported that their homes shook violently. Some even thought a plane had crashed nearby. But as officials struggled to piece together what caused the explosion, more questions began to surface. Why was there no warning? Why did emergency alarms inside the plant fail to activate? And most haunting of all, what happened to the 18 people still missing? Locals began whispering. Rumors spread fast in the small town. Some said the plant had been experimenting with unstable compounds, military-grade detonators, new chemical formulas not yet approved for public or defense use. Others believed the site had been targeted, sabotage, revenge, or even espionage. In the days that followed, investigators uncovered fragments of RDX and PTN, two of the most volatile substances used in modern explosives. Their presence wasn't unusual, but the concentrations were. Someone had been working with far more material than what the production logs showed. That discrepancy sparked new theories. Had the explosion been part of an illegal weapons test? Was the company hiding unregistered operations behind its government contracts? Or was someone covering up a mistake so massive it could destroy the entire business, and careers tied to it? As questions mounted, families of the missing gathered outside the plant, refusing to leave until they got answers. A makeshift memorial began to grow. Flowers, candles, handwritten notes taped to the chain-link fence. Some families still believed their loved ones might be alive, trapped under the rubble. One mother's words broke hearts across the country. "If my son's in there, I'll stay until they bring him out, whatever's left of him." Weeks passed, and officials released little to no information. Journalists were kept at a distance. The company declined interviews. Federal agencies issued brief statements about ongoing investigations, but no details. Then, a month later, cleanup crews made a startling discovery: remnants of a truck near the core of the blast zone. Its plates were missing, its VIN number filed off. No record of it entering the facility that morning. At least, not officially. Security footage from that area was corrupted, ending precisely 6 minutes before the explosion. A glitch, they said, But in a facility built to handle detonations and classified explosives, how could a glitch happen at that exact moment? Conspiracy forums exploded overnight. True crime and mystery channels dissected every piece of footage, every rumor. Some claimed the truck was carrying illegal chemical waste. Others said it was a delivery gone wrong, someone mixing the wrong compounds at the wrong time. And then came the theory that made everyone uneasy: insurance fraud. The plant's parent company had recently undergone restructuring. Financial reports showed losses in the millions. A major insurance claim on an explosion like this? It could mean a massive payout, enough to stabilize a failing business. But if that were true, what about the 18 missing employees? Were they collateral damage? Or something worse? Months later, the site was cleared. Fences went up, and the land was declared off-limits. No memorial was ever built inside the grounds. The official investigation remained sealed. The families were told it could take years to identify remains, if any could be found. Today, if you drive past the site, all you'll see is an empty field surrounded by barbed wire. But locals say that on cold mornings, when fog settles low and the air is still, you can hear faint echoes, metal clanging, machinery humming, like ghosts of a place that once thrived and then vanished in an instant. The Tennessee explosion didn't just destroy a building. It destroyed trust. Trust in safety, trust in truth, and trust in the idea that someone, somewhere, is keeping watch. So what really happened that morning? Was it negligence, sabotage, or a cover-up? 18 people, one explosion, 0 answers, and somewhere deep beneath the ashes of that Tennessee field, the truth is still burning. Direct-hit YouTube hook and description, SEO optimized. Hook, used for first 20 seconds of narration. 18 people vanish in an instant. A thunderous explosion levels a top-secret explosives plant in Tennessee. Officials say accident, but locals say cover-up. What really happened that Friday morning? And why is the truth still hidden? Description for upload box. A quiet morning in Tennessee shattered into chaos when a massive explosion ripped through a military and industrial explosives plant, leaving 18 people missing and an entire community searching for answers. Was it an accident, sabotage, or a carefully planned cover-up? In this true crime documentary, we dive deep into the mystery surrounding the Tennessee explosives plant disaster. Featuring expert insights, eyewitness reports, and government silence, this story unfolds like a movie, but it's all too real. Subscribe for more true crime mysteries, industrial disaster stories, and unsolved cases that reveal the dark side of human error and hidden secrets.